You don't need money, fame, or being a CEO to look high status. But you do need to stop doing things that quietly lower your value without you noticing. Your social status is shaped by the tiniest habits, and most people never realize they're sabotaging it in real time. The good news? You don't have to fake confidence, memorize etiquette rules, or reinvent your entire personality. You just need to fine-tune a few habits that make people look at you differently, subtly, instantly, unforgettably. Here's what works without trying too hard. Let's begin. Number 1. Speak like you've already been heard. If you want to instantly elevate how people perceive you, forget everything you learned from customer service voice training. Seriously retire the overly bright, "Hi, how are you?" tone. It sounds like you're either trying to sell me something or auditioning to be liked. High-pitched, overly friendly greetings might seem warm, but in high-status circles, they come across as insecure. It's social bubble wrap. Too much softness, not enough substance. On the other end of the spectrum, there's the dreaded nervous auctioneer. Yeah, so I was going to mention maybe not right now, but if that's you, pause, breathe. Control plus Alt plus delete the verbal chaos. And whatever you do, don't overcorrect by channeling Flash the Sloth from Zootropolis. That painfully slow delivery might sound confident in theory, but in real life, it's less composed and more, I forgot how to human. So what's the sweet spot? Here it comes. And there's more to it than tone. Most of us don't even realize our voice sounds very different to others. Here's why. When you speak, your voice vibrates through your skull, adding depth and warmth. But when others hear you, it travels through the air, which means what sounds smooth and confident to you might hit their ears like a squeaky dog toy. That's why normal to you could be shrill to them, especially if you're speaking quickly or pitching higher than usual. So here's the move. Lower your voice just slightly. Not in a forced fake baritone, but enough to ground it. Speak as if your voice is expensive. And suddenly, you stop sounding like someone trying to prove a point and start sounding like someone people want to listen to. Number 2. Dress like the event was waiting for you. You don't need to look expensive. You need to look intentional. Like you got the memo before there was a memo. Because here's the truth. When your outfit matches the moment, it sends a subtle but powerful signal. You understand context. And people with social intelligence, they always look just right, without asking what everyone else is wearing. Showing up to a garden brunch in stilettos and bodycon, you look like you're waiting to be noticed. Wearing sneakers to an opera premiere, you look like you weren't. But the sweet spot, the people everyone quietly admires, they match the moment without looking like they Googled the dress code on the way in. They won't show up to a dinner party in a ball gown, but they will have perfectly tailored trousers, an elegant wristwatch, and a silk blouse that says, "I made an effort, but not for you specifically." They won't wear head-to-toe logos to a networking event, because those who have status rarely feel the need to wear the receipt. And if you think this doesn't matter, ask yourself, have you ever met someone whose outfit made you feel like they belonged before they even spoke? Exactly. This isn't about labels. It's about telegraphing, with fabric and fit, that you know how to read a room. You're not overdressed. You're correctly dressed, which is far rarer. And that instantly elevates your status without a word. Number 3. Let your contradictions breathe. You want to know what instantly makes people seem low status? Trying too hard to make sense. I'm a minimalist, but I like velvet. I work in finance, but I also do pottery on weekends. Why the disclaimer? Here's the truth. People with real presence don't obsess over consistency. They wear their contradictions like they were designed that way. You like ballet and boxing? Delicate desserts and deadlifts? Vegan Monday through Friday, but leather boots that make you feel unstoppable? Perfect. Deliciously confusing. More, please. Because the more you over-explain your quirks, the more it signals you're seeking approval. High-status people never do that. They don't justify, they just are. One moment they're listening to Chopin, the next they're quoting Succession. On Tuesday, they're volunteering at a museum. On Thursday, they're at a rooftop bar drinking something smoked and unpronounceable. They're not the mood. They're the entire playlist from Mozart to Migos. When you stop narrating your identity like a nervous intern at orientation, people sense it, and they respect it. Because status isn't about being easy to label. It's about being confident enough not to care if you are. Most people struggle with this next one, and it costs them more than they think. Number 4. Start saying no like someone with options. People can feel it when you say yes from fear, not choice. And nothing screams low status like being available for everything all the time. Let me guess. You're polite, thoughtful, and chronically overcommitted. You RSVP yes because you feel bad. You say, sure, I can help, even when your brain is quietly leaking out of your ears. And then you wonder why you feel drained, overlooked, and vaguely annoyed at life. High-status people? They say no like it's a normal part of life. Not with drama, not with guilt. Just with a calm, grounded, I can't do that this week, but thank you for thinking of me. That sentence? Pure gold. It's kind, firm, and it suggests that you have a life, a full one. Possibly even fabulous. Because when you say yes to everything, people assume you have nothing going on. But when you say no with grace, not excuses, you become the kind of person people schedule around. And here's the fun twist. You don't even need a real reason. I'm prioritizing downtime is enough. Or my personal favorite. I'm off the grid this weekend. Which could mean a retreat in a spa. Or just your sofa, a scented candle, and aggressive boundaries. Either way, it sounds chic. Number 5. Make your phone invisible. Let me say something scandalous in 2025. Nothing lowers your perceived value faster than constantly checking your screen. You might as well hold up a sign that says, "My attention is cheap." When your phone becomes the center of gravity, your presence becomes background noise. Want to elevate your presence instantly? Put your phone away, all the way. Face down doesn't count if it's still twitching like a caffeinated squirrel. High-status people treat their phone like it's on a leash. They park it, discreetly, silently, out of sight, out of mind. It's the modern equivalent of knowing where to put your gloves at dinner. Here's the thing most people forget. Your phone announces your priorities. Every glance at it says, this screen might have someone more interesting than you. We get it. You're busy. So is a toddler on an iPad. Truly elevated people don't perform their importance. They show it by being fully present and shockingly hard to reach. And if you're thinking, but what if someone texts me something urgent? Well, unless you're waiting for a kidney or coordinating a royal escape, it can wait until dessert. You don't need a new wardrobe or personality transplant. You just need to speak like you've already been heard, dress like the moment matters, and act like your time is valuable, even to yourself. That's not performance. That's presence. Now tell me, what's one small thing someone did that instantly changed how you saw them for better or worse? If this resonated with you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check my Amazon storefront for my favorite elegant living essentials. As always, stay classy, manners matters.